The power of consistency is pretty much all about being self-aware. What's good, y'all? It's your boy J-Breezyy coming out with another video, man. Now, I know I haven't been making videos in a long time. It's been a minute. But as you can see, the room is starting to already change. You know, it's a lot I kind of want to do right now, so I'm just kind of like waiting on it. But hey, you gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? One thing at a time. You just gotta handle one thing at a time. But I should be making more videos soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm at least trying to make 2 videos a week. Let's get right to it today. Let's just dive right into the topic. You know, I want to talk about the power of consistency. So, have you ever wondered why some people seem to achieve their goals while others just dream about them? It's not always about talent. It's not always luck. The real secret, more often than not, is consistency and what you choose to do on your free time that actually matters. Consistency is like the quiet force that builds empires, basically, and changes habits and shapes legacies. You know, not overnight, but over time. Eventually, you will see progress. So, what I mean when I say what you choose to do in your free time, when I said that, it's simply what you choose to do in your free time. Exactly what I said. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you do in your free time? Like, that says a lot. That's the difference between somebody that's got it and somebody that don't. Is what you choose to do in your free time. You know, you wanna study the people that actually got something going on in their life. You see the difference of what they do on their free time versus what other people choose to do on their free time is different. So first change that. First change what you can consume every day. First change your habits, especially if it's bad habits, you know what I'm saying? Because the power of consistency is pretty much all about being self-aware. You know what I'm saying? So I'm self-aware within myself. So I'm going to do things differently. Simple. And a lot of people not going to understand that. A lot of people can't help but to be first. And if you're not putting them first, then they don't want to mess with you no more. And that's just the cold hard truth. That's just how some people are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really realize the type of people that you choose to hang around, because not everybody good peoples. Not everybody want to see you win. Remember that, you know? So consistency and success, that doesn't happen overnight, but over time. Eventually, you'll start to see progress, you know. It's the small wins that builds up, especially if you play sports. It's like sports. It's like football, basketball. It's like sports, pretty much. You know, if you really want to learn, or if you want to get better at a sport, you know how you got to keep practicing in order to get better at that sport. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So it comes from small actions repeated day in and day out. It's the writer who sits down every morning, even when they're not inspired. It's the athlete who trains even when no one's watching. It's the student who chooses to study after hours, even when it's boring to do so. And the parent who shows up even when they're feeling exhausted. And the entrepreneur who keeps going after every setback. And these are just examples that I'm spitting at you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you guys examples. That's it, you know. But I appreciate the people that keep watching, you know what I'm saying, these videos and stuff like that, because these videos are for the people that actually work day to day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not giving you guys a secret tip or, you know, secret formula to how this is done. I just want you guys to actually listen and apply this to your life. Because at the end of the day, if everybody focused on themselves, if everybody focused on what they had going on, it wouldn't be no drama. It'd be peaceful. It'd be peaceful. But you know, some people, they don't know how to mind their business. And the reason why they don't know how to mind their business is because they don't have nothing going for themselves. So they gotta check you out. They gotta see what you doing. They gotta talk about what you got going on. Cause they ain't got nothing going on. That's why. So, you know, success isn't built on what you buy or the resources you have. Success is only built on what you choose to do on a consistent basis, not occasionally. Anyone can show up once. Anyone can give 100% for a day. But the people who go far are the ones who show up every single day. Even if it's just giving 1% more than yesterday, that's just what being consistent is all about. Consistency isn't flashy. It's not exciting. And that's why I feel like it's so powerful, because most people, they give up too soon. They give up, you know what I'm saying, as soon as things start getting tough, or as soon as they start getting some traction, or they starting to see success, it's getting harder, you know, because that's how levels is. Especially when you play a game, you on level 1, and then you go to level 2, then you go to level 3, it gets harder every level, you know, and it's levels to this stuff. So, yeah, they try something for a week and expect miracles. You know, they set a goal, miss a day, and decide it's all over. But consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up again, even after you fall. It's not linear, it's messy. There are bad days, setbacks, and slow progress. But every time you return, every time that you choose to stick with it, no matter what, you just like, you know what, I'm gonna stick with this because this is something I actually want. If you actually want something, no matter how bad things get, you gonna bounce back. You gonna do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? For all my real ones out there, you know, we gonna bounce back. That's why I don't really be worried when bad things happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I make sure that I'm prepared mentally, you know what I'm saying, before diving into anything. You know, I always want to kind of make sure that I'm prepared for it mentally, you know. But yeah, so there will be bad days. There's going to be days where you just don't feel like doing nothing. You know, there's going to be days where, you know, there's going to be setbacks. You might have slow progress, but every time you return, every time you choose to just stick with it, even though it's rough, you're actually building something brick by brick. For example, I want to give you guys another example. What's the first thing you're supposed to do when you wake up in the morning? You make up your bed, right? If you could just, I hope you guys are making up your bed, you know? But if you could just do that, right? Every day, you know what I'm saying? And you just do that in the beginning. As soon as you wake up, you like, you know, let me make up my bed, you know what I'm saying? That right there is a positive, that's the first positive thing that you can do out of the day. You know, that'll get your day started. Now you taking care of yourself. You brush your teeth, you wash your face. You doing what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just making up your bed, starting with a small task is one way that you can be consistent. And once you start doing that, then you just work your way up from there. You know, for men and for women, workout routine. You know what I'm saying? You wanna work out. You wanna keep doing that. You know, you gotta be consistent in that. Because if you could be consistent in making up your bed every single day, then I bet you could probably 100%, like you could probably be consistent in anything else that you choose to do in life. Like, we all learn differently. Not everybody has the same mindset. Me, I'm a visual learner. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might be a different type of learner. You know, we all have different mindsets and have different, like, you know, brains. God made us differently. We just different, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be on here on YouTube, I appreciate my channel. I appreciate everybody that's watching right now, because y'all motivate me to keep going. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. And also, what else I wanted to say? I hate when I forget what I'm about to say. Like, that'd be irritating. I ain't gonna lie. But what I was about to say. I was about to say something that was cold, but I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna give y'all another example, right? So it's like a dripping water faucet, right? One drop of water doesn't do much, but over time, those drops can fill a bucket, crack stone, or wear a path through solid ground. That's just the power of consistency. There aren't any shortcuts to what I'm saying. So if you came on here thinking I was just about to give you that secret formula, you know what I'm saying? Give you that secret tip that you can do, you know, this is not that. You know, you really got to take your time. There's really levels to this, and we're all growing together. You know, like I said, videos that I make is not only beneficial for you guys, but it's also beneficial for me as well. You know, because we all have a service that we can provide. You know, in this world. You know, everybody came in this world for a reason. If you was born for a reason. You was born for a purpose. I ain't trying to hear none of that. You just got to find that reason. You got to find that purpose. You got to find, you know, and that's life. That's the journey of life. You know what I'm saying? You got to find what you good at. And that's part of failing. You got to work a lot of jobs. You got to fail. You got to get fired. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to, like, go through those experiences so you can grow and be, like, you know what I'm saying, a better person from that. Don't let that, like, discourage you. You got to let that motivate you to keep going, and keep doing better. Like, my reputation is so important to me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I don't mind losing. I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, making mistakes. I don't mind, like, I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not perfect. You know, nor do I try to be perfect. I don't come up on here trying to be perfect, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a mess up. Yeah, I'm a stutter. But I'm not editing those videos out. Like, this is me. This is who I am. You know? So if you guys don't, hey, if somebody don't like that, you know what I'm saying? That's them. You know, but I'm not judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? We all live in our different lives. We all got different lives to live. So I'm not judging nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. So, yeah, if you thought I was about to give you a shortcut, because there aren't any shortcuts to being consistent, you might as well stop watching. But for the ones that's watching still, you know, these are for the ones that work day to day. These are the real ones, right? You know what I'm saying? And these are the ones that I'm actually want to talk to. These are the ones that I actually want to, you know, actually get to know. You know, because like I said, y'all, I'm not just doing this for me, but I'm also doing this for everybody that's on here, everybody that's watching. You know, everybody that's watching. So, yeah, besides that, though, I appreciate you guys for watching till the end. I will come up with something else. I don't know yet, but you know, that's tomorrow. That's for tomorrow. That's for, you know, the next day. That's for the future. I want to say that. That's for the future. That's for what's upcoming. Cause I don't want you guys to know my next move. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come unpredictable. You gotta be unpredictable sometimes. You know, you don't want everybody to know everything that you got going on, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You kind of want to, you know what I'm saying, do your own thing, man. And that's just part of being, you know what I'm saying, mature. Like, for real. You ain't gotta tell everybody everything. So, like, for real. I'm just an introverted person, and that's because I went through a lot. I've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really trust people like that. You know, that's just kind of like how I am. But it ain't nothing against y'all. You know, that's just how I am as a person. It ain't nothing against y'all though. You know. But yeah, besides that, like I said, we're gonna have activities and things to get y'all more active and stuff like that. But for you guys, what your job is to spread the word, man. You know, y'all heard the word. Y'all heard it from me. You know what I'm saying? So spread the word, man. Like, please leave something down in the comments, man. And like I said, like and share this video because it's a motivational, positive video. And I put a lot of work into this. You know? So, yeah. But like I said, you don't have to. You don't have to, but I will appreciate it if you do. All right. So, see you guys in the next video. Peace.